what's pro day look like for you, how you get prepared for that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to head back and keep training, and then go back to Athens pro day and hopefully do a good workout.
Being able to get a chance to go at Georgia one last time, work out in there in front of everybody, and then be with the guys that we started with.
I'm definitely excited to see some familiar faces again for sure.
Shock, you know what's funny is like those guys are talking about coming back. Is it weird for you to call them former Dogs? Because they were just here.
It is, because you've seen them for so long. You watch them grow up, and then now they're talking about they're gone. I remember leaving for my time and then coming back, you're like, man, it feels weird. It's going to feel weird for those guys, too.
Of course, and we're super excited to see them. Georgia Pro Day coming up this Wednesday, and a huge opportunity for those guys to show NFL scouts one last time. Physical traits, athletic abilities, all those things. We're going to talk about who has the most to gain. But let's start with a guy who has just already done all of the work, and it is Ladd McConkey. You see right here, Kirk Herbstreit saying he is this year's Puka Nacua. He ran a 4.39, and for Georgia fans, they've known for years that this dude was special, but everybody else is seeing it now.
That's what I think is an important stat to think about is the people who have watched Georgia play know this has been the most reliable guy, other than Brock Bowers, to play on that offense. And what he's done post this, last season shows you this guy is NFL ready. You heard Herbstreit talk about him being the next Puka Nacua. Ladd has everything you want and more from a receiver. He can play inside, play outside. You saw he run a really 4.39 at the combine. That tells you he has the speed to go on top of people. And he's reliable. He's smart. He played a bunch of positions at the University of Georgia within that offense. This will be a guy next season that people say, wow, I didn't see 70, 80 catches from this guy, but he can show up and definitely have that kind of performance.
Absolutely, and you mentioned that. Obviously, playing alongside Brock Bowers, he has been the #2 receiver when healthy. When Jermaine Burton was here, same amount of touchdowns, more receptions.
Just reliable,
Ladd McConkey, very reliable, extremely special. Now, Brock Bowers is the other guy we want to talk about. The funny thing is, his body of work is amazing. I've got the stats right here. 175 career receptions, 2,500 plus receiving yards, 26 touchdowns in 3 seasons. The only tight end to win 2 Mackey Awards. He's slipping on draft board. Shock, explain it to me. It doesn't make sense.
Bro, I ain't explaining nothing, because that's ridiculous. Because then what they're going to do is they're going to turn this tape on, and they're going to say, there's no way this guy goes past 6, 7, 8. I believe Brock Bowers will not drop in this draft, but his tape tells you everything you need to know about what kind of player he is. And then you talk to his teammates, you talk to his coaches. They are going to rave about the person that he is. That's all you want in your locker room, a guy who comes to work and doesn't do much. All he wants to do is play football and be the best teammate he can be. This will be an outstanding pro. And once you get him in your locker room, you figure out exactly what he's about. You figure out who he is. And he's going to show up every day to practice. He's going to show up every day for a game. And he's going to be a guy you can depend on. No way he slips in the draft.
Listen, and he didn't obviously do anything at the combine, so pro day obviously
didn't need to.
He'll finally get a chance to show those numbers. I'm sure they're going to be spectacular. All right, Kendall Milton. This is really the first guy we think has a lot to prove on pro day. His 40-yard dash, he's not going to be the fastest guy. He's a big running back, but it's that 10-yard split for me, the 1.51 seconds that shows his explosiveness.
Because you think about when you hand the football off to a back, exactly where his margin of error goes. It's when he hits that hole. You got to have that burst to be able to hit that A gap, B gap, and get vertical. Kendall Milton has the size, he has the speed. He was a highly touted, recruited guy coming out of California, a 5-star guy that Kirby Smart really wanted to come to Georgia. Had a couple injuries. That's going to be a big part of his process. But I think he is a guy that absolutely will be a guy that will play a pivotal role on the team next season. His size, his attributes, his confidence. I like Kendall Milton going.
Yep, can't wait to see him Wednesday. Now, let's talk about Marcus Rosemy-Jacksaint. He has that NFL frame. He can block. He's physical. What do you think he has to prove at pro day, though, at this point?
I think he has to show some more of that top-end speed. He's done it a little bit over his time. You've seen him get behind people sometimes, but you just want to see it more consistently. You want to see him run every single route in the route tree. Maybe you're not as, familiar with a guy like Marcus when you see him on tape, but he is a guy that absolutely, when they needed him, they depended on him. Third down, red zone was a big factor for Georgia, and I think because of his size, he will be very, very valuable to a lot of teams.
Absolutely. Quickly, before we go, Zion Logue, a mountain of a man on the inside. What does he have to prove?
Zelo just got to show that ability to be able to move laterally. That's the big thing about Zelo is having the big size. He's one of those guys that can get upfield and be vertical and just be physical and nasty in there.
Well, we can't wait to see these guys perform here coming up on Wednesday. We're going to have the updates for you, of course. More Bulldogs Now is on the way. I know, right?
You're watching Bulldogs Now, your front row seat for UGA sports action.